human intellectual process through machines, especially computers. We have esteemed speaker to provide us insight on this topic. Today, this third session will be chaired by Sri Sharbojit Choudhury, CPC, High Court of Tripura. I shall invite him to come on the dais. Our esteemed speaker for the session is Madam Shormishtha Dasgupta, Deputy Director General, National Informatics Center, Delhi. Madam has come a long way giving response to our invitation. Thank you, Madam. Sharbojit Choudhury, CPC, High Court of Tripura, is a Grade 2 Judicial Officer of our service, and presently as CPC, he is leading the e-courts project of our High Court of Tripura. Sri Choudhury was awarded Singapore Cooperation Program Training Award conducted by Singapore Judicial College on being sponsored by Ministry of Foreign Affairs Singapore on successfully completing the course on technology and course of future. I would now request our esteemed speaker and the chair to kindly initiate the discussion.
A very warm good afternoon to one and all. I will straight down go to the point. Post-lunch sessions are always tough, but we are privileged that we have amidst us Madam Shormishtha Dasgupta. She is the Deputy Director General of NIC Delhi. And I'll begin by saying the audience will indulge me for a couple of minutes, ma'am, before we go on to you. I'll begin by saying that this is the 9th annual Judicial Conclave. And for the first time, a topic exclusively dedicated to IT is there in this year's conclave. So this is an implicit recognition of the increasing importance of technology in judiciary. Ma'am, when we started our careers as judges in the district judiciary, the debate was whether technology should be there in the judiciary, but that debate has long since been closed. Now the debate is how far and how quickly can you take the technology and help it in our judicial system. I will give 3 thoughts to you, ma'am, because I want this to be more of a dialogue than a monologue. So the 3 thoughts are, goes like this. As judges, ma'am, we have confidence in our own natural intelligence. So why artificial intelligence? Number 1. Number 2, there is always a fear that this artificial intelligence, if it really rears its head, whether we judges will one day become redundant. I mean, the fear may sound ludicrous today, but whether the fear is justified or unfounded is something the House would like to hear from you. And thirdly, I believe that technology is something as judges, as individuals, ma'am, we are using technology every day, from the moment we get up to the time we go to sleep. But when the paradigm shift in narrative comes to using technology in our work life, vis-a-vis our personal life, there seems to be a bit of hesitation in us. Why this hesitation, and what is the way forward? And finally, I'll just apprise, ma'am, that in High Court of Tripura, we are using AI as on date.
Very nice. In
the sense that ma'am would be aware, because ma'am was perhaps a part of the project, that as per the AI assistant tool called the Suvas, that is Supreme Court Vidik Anuvad software, the judgments in English are being translated into vernacular languages. And in fact, I would attract the attention of the House to the fact that in the annual report this year, in the penultimate pages, we have published a translated copy of a judgment of Honorable Supreme Court of India in Bengali. And the entire translation, ma'am, was done by an AI tool. So in this limited aspect, we have already started using AI. But then again, how far and how quickly can you go? Whether our fears are justified or not. And finally, we are thinking, and I mean, this is a good occasion to share with you. We are thinking on the lines of that maybe we can implement AI to sort of revamp our website, maybe a chatbot. And we're also thinking of using AI to sort of revolutionize our attendance system. Maybe we can use AI to sort of recognize the face and then instead of the physical biometric system. So these are the sobering thoughts. I'm confident, ma'am, that when the history of Tripura Judicial Academy and Tripura High Court will be written, you will be more than a footnote, because you are the first speaker who is speaking exclusively on an IT topic in this 10 years. So with these thoughts, I would not like to bore the House. They have heard me ad nauseum over the last 9 years. It's over to you, ma'am. The floor is all yours.
Thank you, Sarvjit. I am indeed privileged that you all have called me for this your judicial enclave and conclave, and the first time I am coming to Tripura, and I found the ambience is very good. When you are as a city, it's with full of greenery, and you all are also so nice and welcoming. So I am thankful to all of you for being here. So now I will shift to IT, which is my area of work. And actually I don't understand much of judiciary, but I know that you all are upholding the democracy and justice system of India. So how the two can interact with each other without having to basically, there should be no fear. Why? Because without knowing or unknowingly, we are using information technology in our life. Since long, previously it used to be management information systems, where you give certain inputs, some forms used to be there, you wrote some rules, and then you got some outputs, some reports. So what happened was, it was a decision making system, and MIS was helping you to take a decision that time also. Because you come to know how many people of certain kind are facing certain kind of problem. So what scheme has to be implemented like that. So these management information systems previously used to be on standalone systems, then they used to be terminals on a LAN, on like that. Then internet evolved. When internet evolved, there was multiple of so much of systems, and all those mission mode projects of Government of India, they were now using the internet to have a architecture in which only one single instance of the software was running, and central government, state government, local self-government, citizens, all were using the same platform to get benefits of the system. So central government was trying to implement for the sake of policy, means some benefits should reach the citizens, and citizens were same time using the systems to understand what all the government is giving to them. Like we had done I'll explain with examples, because when we take examples, then we learn how much IT has started influencing our lives. So we were doing this Swachh Bharat Mission Urban, which was 2014 I'm talking about. So at that time we got around 5 lakh applications, and they were for not for community and public toilet, but for individual household toilet, means people don't have toilets in their house. So government was saying ki we should have more of cleanliness and hygiene, so that you don't waste money on diarrhea, means health system is not bogged down by people because you don't have simple hygiene in the system. So everybody used to go to citizens service centers. We had facilitated ki you submit the application online. We know that a beneficiary has come, given his form, some Aadhaar ID must be there, and then after that the sanitary inspector, the ward inspector used to go there and see that there is no toilet per se at that place, and so then the first installment was issued. Then what we did was, second installment will be given when you upload a geotagged mobile app photo, in which the beneficiary is also there, and in that means it is geofenced, and that you can see the toilet seat there. So after that also people not used to get money, the second and the final installment. So every time we had created a help desk, technical help desk for the officers in the local self-government, like a ward inspector and all, if they are facing some technical problem. But those help desk was swamped by citizen calling, saying that I have not got my last installment. So what happens, how we improve our system, means post implementation effectiveness of any government scheme, we can do, and many reports we can take out and find out what went wrong. But while the system is on, how can the citizens be facilitated? So we gave them a mobile app, which they could use once they upload the photograph. Using that photograph, our artificial intelligence was there, means it used vision technology. So you can see whether the beneficiary photo is there. It will be matched with the photo which that person has applied during the application time, and we will see whether there is an Indian toilet there. If these two factors are matching, that means that ward inspector also has got so much work. In one ward there might be so many people applying. So that he doesn't have to go individually to that house to verify that it is there or not. He can sit in his system and he can approve. So it was the first thing which we did as a Center of Excellence in AI from NIC in 2019, back in 2019. So after that, it has been a long journey. So I will I will tell you how the AI functions, why AI and how AI, because I want to demystify it actually. So I have a presentation, if it can be viewed there. The screen, yeah, thank you. So my first question is, what is AI? So what happens is, when you take a car and you are going to a new city and you want to go from one place to another. So what you do is you use a Google map. So what does Google map do? Google map is basically taking all your mobiles GPS data, and it is tracking, means there can be 5 roads from one destination, from source A to destination B. So if there are 5 roads, you can take any of the roads, then it will find the fastest road. So if it is a top-down MIS program, what will you do is you will write these are the 5 routes. Okay, it will take randomly whichever route. But if you want to improve your knowledge how the system is to work, then you will take the route which is least congested. So how does the system define? It is tracking all your GPS in the mobiles, in all the cars which are going on a particular route. So AI, how it does work is, it is harnessing the data from bottom up. So top down you can write a few conditions. If this, then this, if this, then this, if this, then this. But you can't, when the number of conditions are like millions of things which are converging to take a decision. When somebody is coming from this path and using this path, you are coming from this, somebody from another place. So, and you have to do it dynamically. At that time, we can use AI. AI is what? It is harnessing the pattern in the data. It has got a set of algorithms which is churning that data, and to find a meaningful, knowledgeable nuggets from that churning, so that it can be used for augmenting the intelligence for whoever is driving the car or whoever is going in that vehicle. So this is the simple, you always remember this. If anyone wants to understand what is AI, you remember this. What is top-down programming and what is bottom-up programming? Means you are harnessing the data. See, if there are mission mode projects running in Government of India for the last 10 years, you have got millions of citizens' data in it. I mean, you are sitting on a pool of data. It is a fuel by which you can improve your policies, you can work towards improving everything, from justice delivery to any type of delivery. So e-courts is also functioning for 10 years. So what you do is, you have got lot of data, and you can use those data to understand what is going on, why the system is slow, how we can improve the system. So this is how I will introduce AI to you. So another thing is, another fact is, traditional programming is deterministic. If this, then this, if this, then that. If one of the clauses is not functioning, then it will not give a proper result, right? It will be yes or no. So either the result will come through this or not. But AI has got another picture which we call probabilistic. It is not deterministic, it is probabilistic. It will tell you, okay, this is the chance of, because there are so many factors, this is the chance of this factor happening with this much confidence score. Okay. So you can, we are augmenting the intelligence. We are not trying to replace human intelligence. We are human. In the loop will always be there. There is no concept of that you will leave everything to AI. Yes, some portions we do leave, means we automate administrative task which does not require human intelligence, so that that capacity can be utilized in other tasks which requires human intelligence. This is the primary benefit of AI. So this is the first step. So our primary goals is facilitating access and digital transformation. So NIC has set up supercomputing facility because AI has got two parts. One is you harness what is there in the structured data, which is money data in the database, which has been written for that MIS. Okay. But there is nowadays, because there is an internet, there are 90% of the data which is not coming into the formal system. You have got internet, so you will write something in Facebook, or you will write something in Twitter. So social media has become a very important part of the life of citizens. Okay. So your implementation of effectiveness of a scheme is as much a part of your what is structured data showing, as well as how much the unstructured data is showing. So you employ such technologies like vision. Means in computer vision, you can match somebody's face with something, whether this person was there at some place and was involved in a certain activity or something like that. Okay. And then there is something called text, like we are speaking natural language. So how much of that natural language we can understand, how we can harness it. So because not everybody in this country knows English. This is the first barrier to communication between citizens and the government, as well as the citizen and the judiciary. Means you might be writing your case orders in English, but layman does not understand that. So we have to understand that our one part of communication with the common citizen is that we should improve in all way possible how we, in simple words, how we can communicate to them that this is what is these are the facts which are applicable on you, and this is how you can do some certain things. This is what is expected. So these things, whether speech or vision or text, to interpret that we require a lot of compute. So nowadays what happens is you have got a lot of data because of internet, and now the compute hardware has also come down. Cost of compute has come down. So you have got supercompute, which used to be previously available with only the scientists. Now it has come down that we can facilitate that supercompute, and you have got data and you have got algorithms. So the latest emerging technologies, they are working in day and night. Every 6 months in AI, you will have a huge transformation. When the type of things which was not, you could not think around 6 months back, in 6 months it has become happening, like ChatGPT has come, which converses with you like you will not know whether on the other side it is a computer or it is a human being. Yeah. So AI can be given as a service through the cloud. So you don't have to be computers, you don't have to have the full computer management at your edge, means where you are sitting. Okay. You just need to have an internet. We are there to manage the systems for you, right? So you already have e-courts all over the country. And the next part is you have to integrate that structured data with storehouse of information, case orders, PDFs, crores of data in your treasury or vault, whether we call them bank lockers, ज्वेलरी रहती है, वैसे judges के पास भी है. So that should be made available to people, that it should be. So we have given AI as a service on Meghraj Cloud. So we can make custom application for people also. So it takes some of our time. But then we have got some product services which we allow all the departments and ministries and judiciary, whoever wants to use. So I will be just telling how some of the product services we have. First one is we called AI Vani. Vani is virtual assistance by NIC. We have got multilingual chatbot facilities, and we have bilingual voice support services at present. Means voice support means you speak in Hindi, then the system works it out at the back end and then speaks back to you in Hindi, like that. In chatbot is basically text. So if you have a website and you want to find out You can't, you have to navigate the website. There will be so many rules, so many procedures, so many notifications by Government of India, and you can't possibly go through all of them to find out what you are requiring. So you can ask the chatbot, okay, this is PM Kisan or PM Kusum solar pumps. What is the government initiative it is giving? So if the Ministry of Non-Renewable Energy has got that chatbot in place, so you can ask and the system will answer. Okay, so chatbots we have deployed in around 20 departments. Voice support we have given in around 8 departments. So like that, it is increasing day by day. So then we have got this AI Satyapikan face verification services, which allows people, we can detect faces, we can recognize faces, we can help people to do face image analysis. So I will explain in detail more here. Then we have got this AI Panini is our text translation services, which we give in 11 languages. So that I think SUVAS is also giving the same, right? Yes, and we have got AI Parichay, which is personally identifiable information services. That means if you have got your Aadhaar card or your passport or your MHA card or like that, so it can extract all the data from this card and it can match with the form fields. So online form matching you can do without, means whatever the person has entered and what is there in that card, you can verify. Without having every person, if you have got 10 lakh applications, you don't have to go through each and every application. The system is doing it for you, and it will flag out those which are not conforming. Then you can take a decision. Yeah. Then similarly, we have got AI Saransh, which is basically text summarization services, and AI Shruti is voice to text services. So what we do in AI Panini is basically what you all can do is you can use for translation of judgment, preparation of paper books for submission to HC, etc. Our current users are, we have got software, website as a service, which is given to districts and all. So we have integrated with that. Collab Files is another document-based services that we have integrated. Lok Sabha Secretariat, we have given to e-courts also. They are using it for name and address translations. So the platform supports 11 Indic languages. You can transform from any of the language to English and from English to any of the other languages. So basically you are transforming, you can transform from Assamese to Bengali or Bengali to Gujarati or any type to any type. So 11 cross 11, you can, that combination is available. So another part is this Saransh, which is text summarization services. This is at present available in English. So your potential use cases can be creating of summary, head notes of judgment, etc. Our current users are MSME. MSME is that micro and small medium enterprises. They have used it. I'll tell you how they have used it. So they are getting, they have run a idea hackathon in which there were 40,000 applicants. So they have to select the winner. And they, in each category, there were 11, 12 categories. Okay. So how they select winners? They have got a form which have got 4 or 5 fields. So if you read one document and 5 fields, which has got some content, how your idea is unique, so they will write so many things. So first document you have read, by the time you are reading the 5th document, you would have forgotten what you have written in the first, you have heard in the first. There is a limitation to human memory. You can't remember, even if 40,000 in 11 categories, so means at least 10,000 documents, 7,000-8,000 document per category. So it's impossible for people to remember. What we did, we summarized all the fields which were of interest to them into one, and we did bunching of cases. Okay, so you also have bunching of cases in High Court and all that like that. So what we did, we bunched the cases according to the uniqueness of the idea. So after that, so many are duplicates which are totally unique and which were matching with the ideas of previous hackathons. Some were done for the last 2 years hackathon also. So then you can find out, this is beyond the realm of a human jurist to sort it out from 40,000 documents to find out which is a unique idea. So this way it helped. So this way you can use it for your judgment systems also. Like we are also doing it for CP grams. DARPG's portal is there where citizen gives complaints. So what happens is people will write half in Hindi, half in English, and half in Hinglish, means Hindi written in English. So one full message will be having all type of scripts. So you are not able to judge how many duplicate messages. Suppose in a district you are having electricity problem, light gul ho gayi. Somebody will write light gul ho gayi. Somebody will say the electricity failed. Somebody will say something else. It was power was not available from this date, this time to this time yesterday. So there will be so many of them, and they all have to be routed to the same nodal officer of that same village or something like that. So that problem can be treated as one instead of, and if that person writes the same one email, it should go back to all of them. So this is how you automatic recognition of script, and then convert all of them to English so that you can bunch them together, because you know what is a text. You can extract the main topic of that discussion, and you can forward it to that particular nodal officer so that it can be disposed of in the proper way. So these are some examples. So our system now supports both extractive and abstractive summary. So now you will be thinking what is extractive and what is abstractive. So extractive is basically you, from the judgment text, you are taking out the important words, important sentences, and you are making a summary. So if you have got a 500-page document or a 5,000 words document, you want to make 10 sentences like that. The important point in that judgment means what was the circumstances in which this judgment was taken, and what was the judgment value. So you in 10 lines you get. So there are so many judgments. So this is extractive is that. Abstractive is, okay, I have understood what is the context of this, and I make it in my own words. The computer does that. So that chat GPT thing is there na, usme generative AI use hota hai. So abstractive summary is like that. So we have got many algorithms. So we try to give extractive only, but if people ask, we give abstractive also, because government mein to we think we should stick to the whatever is the document. So High Court of Allahabad, they have implemented AI Saransh. So they first started with extractive, then they said no, you give us abstractive also. So we gave them abstractive also. They can take a decision. It is not on us. So they can take a decision whether to proceed with extractive or abstractive. So we just facilitated them. Then our chatbot and voicebot services. So you can ask, see there is one portal called PM Kisan. PM Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, in which government gives say 2,000 rupees quarterly to the farmers. So the farmer has to go to the bank, find out whether his installment has come or not. If it has not come, then again he goes back another day. So he is wasting his time also and his money also to reach there. What we have facilitated is you just call up from any of the kiosk. जो अपने घर के पास में कोई भी फोन नंबर उठाओ, टोल फ्री नंबर कॉल करो और just find out. Give your mobile number or your Aadhaar number. The system will fetch from the system whether the direct benefit transfer has been credited to his account or not. If it is credited, then he has with this augmented decision, he will be pakka in going there, that he will not have to come back empty-handed. Right? So these type of, we get around 5 to 7 lakh citizens, farmers request per month. So like this, we have got many such cases. So this has the potential of using, answering your citizen queries in eCourts portal. You can use it in NGDG, virtual courts, etc. So we have also implemented this in Lady Hardinge's Medical College for virtual OPD services. So what it does is, a patient comes, means if we did it in pandemic, because at the time of pandemic what happens is, if you come in contact, the health worker also gets chances of COVID, and that person, one person meeting another, they are sitting all in the same OPD, Everybody gets the same problem. So Lady Harding-Scottings asked us, can you make us some help? So we did this automatic speech recognition. Whenever somebody calls up on the phone, it recognizes what is being spoken. It converts into text. It shows up on the laptop of the resident doctor. So the patients wait in the queue, and whoever that OPD is going on, whether it is orthopedics or whatever. So the junior resident understands what is being told, and then the complaint history is brought back from the database, from the structured data which is available about that patient history, if he is a repeat patient. So once he gets that, and that patient history is there and patient's complaint is there, he can tell him to come to emergency, or he can give it to the senior resident, or send him to the specialist queue, or he can write the prescription himself. If the prescription is written, it will be delivered on SMS on his mobile. So it is a simple application using technology to facilitate the citizens. Citizens don't have to pay a single pie. We are hosting. So if we require to get this facilitated, we take the money from the government, another arm of the government, right? Why should the common men who are poor should be sufferer? So they can always call up. This is the free service at present, but we do pay, some of these services are charged. So we have these chatbots, which you can see there are many chatbots, Delhi district chatbot, and then we have got e-way bill is there, e-procurement. There are so many government schemes which are using this chatbot facility to help the customers. RTO, they are like that. So another of our product services is Shruti. It is text transcription. It has the potential of use case of dictation of judgment, recording of depositions, etc. The platform supports, this is a bit old presentation. It has written speech to text in English and Hindi. We also support Bengali, Marathi, I think Kannada, Tamil, and Telugu. I think there are 7 languages we are supporting now at present. So and the thing is, if you speak in English, you can also translate it into Hindi. If you speak in Hindi, you can translate it into Bengali. So anybody is speaking anything in their own local language, and if the judge or somebody is from another language and he cannot understand, it can show on the side screen or what that person is speaking. So you can use it for these type of purposes. So this is the face verification services is the most popular, which has been, it is longer also because we have started 2019, and these text analytics services and speech services we have started now. So this has been, this can be used, can be used for your mobile apps, for your prisoner face verification, etc. We have started for ICJs, we have done for Delhi, we are doing later others also. So what we do is we support image quality analysis, we support face detection, face verification, etc. So RTO is using it for online license, giving online license to people. Means you don't have to run around the middlemen in the RTO offices to get your license. So what you do is you sit in the front of the computer, and in your application your UIDI card number is there. So they fetch that UIDI face and match with the person who is sitting in the front of the screen, and then if the screen matches, then that person is allowed to take the exam. So like this, last year we got around 3.5 crore AI service requests from RTO pan India. We have also used it for NTA, National Testing Agency, JEE, NEET and all. So because students give online form submission, in that they might upload a photo of Hanumanji, or they might group photo or any type of photo. So if there are 10 lakh applications which are coming in the month of January for the January NEET, in 1 month they give for the submission of application, then the exam has to be conducted. You possibly can't go through so many applications. If there is an automatic way of rejecting the application as it is being filed, So it is a great help to them. So there also we have got around 3 crore service requests last year. We have given it to Meghalaya Treasury, Manipur, Kerala is in process. So what happens? Life certificate for pensioners, you just use a mobile app. We do gesture recognition so that that person is live. When nobody is using photo of photo. So like that, how it helps? If pensioners are above 80, they have to go up and down the hill to go to the treasury or to the bank. So it is not expected that in a rough terrain you should subject those people to such, this is amounting to cruelty only. So we have facilitated that. So similarly, we have facilitated Utkarsh Bangla, that is contactless mobile attendance. There are 500 training centers with 1 lakh trainees in the Government of West Bengal, Department of Technical Education. So you possibly, government is spending hundreds of crores of rupees for facilitating the training of these people. So actually they are attending the course, whether they are there in the morning, in the evening. You don't have to use your biometrics. You just stand in front of the system. The system is facilitating photographs. So like this we have been working. One specific case we did for courts, e-courts, was this Shri Madan Lokur sir was there in 2019. He had asked us, means there is a case like when you do a judgment, when you give a judgment, it is based on antecedent of cases, right? If you are deciding some cases, if there is no other such similar case, then you will give a fresh judgment. Otherwise, you have to do the citation from previous judgment. And the thing is, he was telling that it happens that if you are awarding compensation, at that time the discussion came up in that meeting, e-committee meeting, that each state might be giving a different compensation, right? So if I might hit somebody in Karnataka and run to Tamil Nadu because Tamil Nadu is giving more compensation or less penalty or something like that. So he told us they gave e-courts project team, our team, NIC team, you hand over all motor accident claim petitions to AI team. So we got around 12 lakh cases. So, but we did not require that much. We annotated around 40,000 cases so that with using supervised learning, means teaching the system whether a case is approved or rejected depending on what was the victim, whether he was injured or he is dead, and whether what was his salary range, and how many dependents, and all those things, I think were the features on the basis of which judges used to give the order for compensation. So he said, let the system decide independently. Means you should not be bothered at present with which judiciary is doing what. You just let the system learn. So we did let the system learn. So we put some annotators in place, some legal interns and all. Justice Chavan was there. He helped through, I think, Maharashtra or somewhere, Pune or somewhere, that law interns were there and all that. So they came to our center in Delhi for 6 months. We gave them a certificate. So what they did was they helped us with that, means whether this was approved, this was rejected, and something like that, what was the compensation and all. So we did per court, I mean each state we represented, so that there is no bias in the data. When you then in that we took a few courts, and for those courts all the cases which were decided. So this was the first cognitive search in which you are capturing the context and the system is learning the context from your petition or whatever, and it is matching the context with other judgment on which it was trained. And then it was pulling out from all over India those cases which were matching similarly. So this was an experiment which we did that time. So this is what we are doing at present. So this was just one part of AI. Another part of AI is basically we have to get on to we have to onboard everybody onto this bandwagon, because because the thing is, AI is a very sensitive issue. Artificial intelligence is basically harnessing the data, and what happens is all the jurisdictions, advanced economies. So like US has a federal order, executive order, which says that we will promote our companies all over the world. We will facilitate that, so that a conducive environment for AI. Why? AI is into genomics, AI is into your what is the soil health, AI is into drug discovery, AI is everywhere. AI is into defense, AI is into warfare, AI is into justice. Now you see what happens is, you see how wherever you go, I mean, whatever search you put on Google AI, after some time you will see so many advertisements which are similar. Recommendation engines. What they are doing? They are trying whatever you have, and they are matching what others were doing who had a similar inclination like you, and what they purchased or what they sold or like that. And they are flashing those. This is called nudging. This is not persuasion as such, you buy this, but they are nudging you towards that. And nudging for a long time is building on your psychology. It is persuasion in another way. So this is what we are trying, that all the, that's why I come to the judicial academies also, because I want that the IT, you all should be aware of this context. Means how the public psychology can be manipulated, right? And we have to uphold. And that's why I am also part of BIS. BIS is Bureau of Indian Standards, and it is a part of ISO. AI's framework policies are getting made now. So all the countries are representative. So we should not be herded in AI, okay? We should be, like all other nuances, we also should be there. So I'm part of that. I represent that, and I work with the other IITs and all that, those people who are into that. When you come out with a policy or with standards, whatever you decide as ethics is not our ethics. Whatever is fair and verifiable, that is ethics. Okay. So small nuances in every sentence. So those we have to check. And that is why I understand, and I think all the judicial officers, whoever has, everybody is into IT nowadays. No, everybody has done IT. AI is the next IT. The industrial revolution is taking place, and we cannot afford to be at the back end. Because we had once East India Company, and we know how contracts and how these things are important. Everybody knows. So if India has to be a $1 trillion economy, we have to be that all of us should be in the same page, whether judiciary or legislature or executive. So that's why I come, wherever you are calling me, I usually come, so that everybody is in the same page. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was indeed a very, it's a topic of the future, but we have got a glimpse of the future. And with the approval of the Honorable High Court, ma'am, we will be engaging with you, and we will be exploring collaborations. So the house is now open for interactions and discussion. Any queries, any insights is more than welcome.
Any sort of algorithmic bias in AI? And if so, how do you identify and deal with it?
See, bias can be of very different forms. One is basically data bias. How does data bias creep in? Because of social bias. So if the blacks are being more penalized in US than the whites, so it will be in their criminal database. Okay, it is there in the prisoner database, it is everywhere. So that data bias, if it is not rectified, and if the models are trained as is, then it will come to the model also, right? So we try that it should be equitable distribution of data in all classes. So AI is context sensitive, okay? So if you keep the context this much, it will learn this much. If you have this much context, it will learn this much. So how you are defining? You are defining if this or this. It can be binary classification, like whether is something is malignant or non-malignant, okay? Whether there is an abnormality in the chest X-ray or it is not there, okay? Then there can be, if there is an abnormality, what type of abnormality? So you have got more classifications in that, okay? There is a nodule, there is a hole, or like that, okay? So if you have got more data in one class and less data in another class, then the model will be more sensitive to that data which has got more data, okay? It will be heavier towards that side, and those which are less represented will be less. I mean, you will not get same sensitivity, okay? So what we do is, whenever we call this data stratification, means whenever you take the data, take it from a diverse source. I means you should represent all classes, like you were in this judiciary also, you know, because of some like SC, ST, OBC, there are so many classes. If we leave out some class, if some class is more penalized always, and that is reflected in the data and that gets into the system, it is wrong. So our ethical AI and all, whether in healthcare, whether in judiciary, wherever, AI is, artificial intelligence is like human intelligence only. I mean, social behavior, anytime, it is to be always verification and validation of the models should be done. There should be proper processes involved, so that you do not, I mean, basically what happens is, when you buy or you means proprietary softwares, you many times don't know what has gone into that software. Yes. What was the data on which it has been trained on. Yes. So if you don't know that, so you can have a model which might create more bias in the society. So what you have to do is, you have to, whenever you purchase, you ask for provenance of data. What is your data source? And how the data has been fetched, how, in what quantity you have put, what were the classes. You have to do a due diligence before you buy an AI product. Yeah.
And ma'am, secondly, you were speaking about ethics.
Yes.
So my query is, presently, what laws or systems there are in place to deal with AI ethics or governance of AI?
Yes, that is, these are the questions which are coming in parliament questions also. I am answering these every day, because the thing is, at present, government is also asking us whether pre-deployment assessment of AI has been done. It is not there as yet. We are not there as yet. Everyone is doing their own. But we are trying to propagate AI, and we are trying to propagate AI in very small areas, not complicated areas. Where there are more variables, then there is a more chance of these biases getting in. So at present, what we are doing, translate one type of document to another type. Now, if you do a conversational AI and use it for healthcare, then there is a problem. So you have to do an assessment not only of what has gone on the training, but what is the ecosystem where we are placing that AI system. That is also there. So, but that principles and all, no, at present data ka hi frame ho raha hai. That data framework, privacy and data framework is still coming up. And AI to abhi thoda dur ka hi hai. It's still, there is nothing black and white at present.
Thank you, ma'am.
ISO is doing, it is trying to build consensus among the different international organizations on this.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Actually, today we are talking about the application of AI in the justice delivery system. Actually, initially, I tried to get my orders dictated on my laptop through AI. But actually, it did not work because of, I think, because of my accent. Thereafter, subsequently, I tried the same on the mobile app through a speech to text app. But it also did not work because of the limited
Bandwidth.
quantity of word.
Acha.
So now can you have any such application that can recognize our own accent?
Yes, actually the things, AI is an emerging technology, and the more corpus we are getting, it is helping us to improve our algorithms much better. So the Bengali, we have got quite a good, after English and Hindi, we have got Bengali which has got quite a good accuracy, whether in speech or in text also. So if you all want to any such services, you have to just apply through NIC of Tripura. So we will help you, give you those services at your end. And otherwise also, I think Ashish Siddhankar was telling that for district courts, they are trying to apply AI Shruti. वो करेंगे वो लोग कुछ it's on the card, yes.
Actually, ma'am, I am not speaking about the Bengali accent. Actually, we are Bengali speaking people, so our accent is not like that.
I know, I understood. Dialect changes in India every 50 kilometers. Yes, and you all have this side, Bangladesh side accent, yes. So it might take time, but then we give not only speech to text, so we have got a combination of services. So if you think whatever the text it has typed out for whatever you are saying is not correct, we have got transliteration services also. So you can use the English keyboard as a Bengali keyboard. So you can edit whatever you think has not been typed well. And the more corpus you give us, if you give us all this this side corpus, we can help. If you have that Bengali corpus which has got slight accent and all that, Bangladesh accent and all, if you have that, so that can be fruitfully utilized. We will be very happy to get that. Thank you.
So with the permission of Speaker and the Lordships, I think we can almost call it a day, but
with this, we have come to the end of this third session. Indeed, madam, it's a deliberation which will certainly help us with the growing importance of AI in coming days. Now there will be a short felicitation program. We are going to felicitate our esteemed guests. Madam is already on the dais. I would request Professor Dr. Mohan Gopal, Advocate Shujit Ghosh, along with Madam Ghosh, to come on the dais. To do the felicitation, may I now take the honor and privilege to request Honorable the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice T. Amarnath Gaur, and Honorable Judge Arindam Lodh to come on the dais. To begin with, Advocate Shujit Ghosh will be felicitated by Honorable the Chief Justice. I request Madam Ghosh to accompany. Now I would request Honorable Mr. Justice Arindam Lodh to felicitate Madam Sharmishta Dasgupta. Thank you, Lordship. A big thanks to our esteemed guests. With this, we have come to the first day of 2 days conclave. With a warm thanks to all, I conclude the session. Thank you. I would request all the guests to be seated as Professor Dr. Mohan Gopal is arriving. I would request all the judicial officers and present all to bear with us for a few minutes.